Welcome back to the channel. We're back at the Audrain Automotive Museum in Newport, Rhode Island, and we're looking at one of the most incredible modern Mercedes Benz in the world. This is a 1998 Mercedes Benz CLK GTR Strabenversion. I'm probably butchering that last part. I believe it's German for street version of the race car. This is a very radical car. Look at the profile here. Look how amazing this thing is. Incredible car. This was made to compete with the Porsche GT1 as well as the McLaren F1, both of the similar time frame in the 90s. They just made 26 of these cars, 25 road legal ones. Really cool stuff. When this came out, it was $1.547 million in 1998. Hell of a lot of money in 1998. It's a V12 engine. This car has a 6.9 liter V12, 612 horsepower at 6,800 RPM, 568 foot-pounds of torque at 5,250 RPM. Top speed is 213 miles an hour. Love the plaid seats. Look at that on the interior. Really cool. 6-speed manual, paddle shifters and clutch, 3,400 pounds roughly. And this car, as you saw on the tag in the beginning, it's owned by Redshift, who I believe Red75. Check out their Instagram, Car Collector in Connecticut. I believe they are, I haven't met the guys, but I believe they're affiliated with Autostrada in Westport in Connecticut, which is an incredible car club that I've yet to been to, but I have been to some of the local car shows, the Cars and Coffees in Greenwich, as well as Caffeine and Carburetors, where they display these cars. They have green F40 as well. I believe they have an F50. They have some incredible stuff. But this is their car that they have here at Audrain. And this was a supercar exhibit back in late winter, early spring of 2021. As you can see, there's 918, there's a Carrera GT, there's a Lamborghini Reinventant, that's Ralph Lauren's car. There's a couple more Mercedes-Benz behind me. There's a Bugatti Veyron, there's a Ferrari F40. We're going to go through all of those cars and check them all out. And today we're just focused on this one, the Mercedes. Those doors are pretty wild. This has a functional roof scoop. Look at the cooling for the brakes there. You can see how wide the front tires are. And there's a Veyron right there. You can see the Veyron straight ahead, like the mirrors on the front fender. Very, very race car. Look at the roof scoop, the single blade wiper. Such a cool car. I'm not sure I would want a front plate on it, but it works on this. Lots of aero. You can see those headlights. Reminds me of the E-Class from the 90s. Excuse me. We've got the Black Series back there. There's the Veyron, the Minion spec Veyron that we covered in another video. Here's the CLK Black Series. This is a DTM car, I believe. We'll take a quick look at this. This looks much more pedestrian after looking at the other car. But it's a very cool car in its own right, a very rare car. They did not make many of these. It's got the wide body kit, the wheels, the brakes. Really cool stuff for its time. Love the machine look on the wheels here, and the AMG logo on the calipers, which you didn't see a lot of that in this time frame in the 90s to mid 2000s. I think this is an 05. It's got the racing seats. It's got the gear lever there, carbon back buckets, another thing that was rare in this era. The wide body in the back. Yeah, I believe this is a 2005 CLK DTM AMG. Love the racing bucket seats, one of my favorite things about it. Not as cool as the other car, but it's still pretty badass. And it is one of the rarest Mercedes of all time. They only made 574 horsepower, and it can hit 200 miles an hour. Here we've got a Black Series. Beautiful Black Series SL. You can see the Veyron again. It's a spec that people either love or hate with the yellow paint and the blue wheels. Really good looking for an SL. I'm not the biggest SL fan, I think they've kind of lost their luster with the SL. The classics are amazing, but around this time frame, they were fantastic. Love the profile. SL65 Black Series. This, I think it's a 2009 or 10. Incredible car for its time, though. 6.5 liter V12. You can see the 65 badge in the back. Very powerful, very torquey. Body kit really made it look wild, pretty radical for its time. So out of the three Mercedes, what are you taking? I think everyone would probably take the most valuable one. The first one we looked at, Redshift's car, right there, which is, I want to say it's worth in the 8 figures. It's an 8-figure Mercedes, a $10 million car, because there's only so many. Stay tuned for more. We've got more coverage from this museum coming. Like and subscribe.